Hi, this is Obioha Oti, your host on Business and Career Building Series. I heartily welcome all my viewers, all my followers, my friends on Facebook and other social media to this month of July. This month of July is going to be a very interesting one for all of us because I want to introduce a very interesting topic to us, and that topic is how to start your own business while an employee in another organization. It's a topic that is very dear to my heart. It's a topic that I've been trying to preach to so many people all this while, and it's a topic that will really save a lot of souls that become stranded at the end of their employment. So I want to urge everyone, please tag anybody that is an employee anywhere that you want the person not to be stranded at the end of the person's employment. A lot of people shy away from the fact that anybody can just lose his job at any point in time, and this time around, it's not a time that immediately you lose your job, you easily find a replacement. So many people who lose their job resort to doing a business, and at that time, most of them are not ready. The best time you can start a business is a time you are working for another person in another organization, because when you are working as an employee, you are not under pressure. You already know that at the end of the month, your salary is guaranteed. So your family will have something, you have money to solve your family problems. You are not under pressure to put food on the table. You are not under pressure to pay school fees. Where you are working is already making sure that you are doing all that. So the best time to start a business is while you are an employee working in an organization, not when you are out of job, when you are under pressure to put food on the table. So that topic is what we are going to discuss throughout this month of July. Some of the key highlights that we are going to be taking one by one is, how do you start? If you are an employee working in an organization, how do you start that business? A lot of us have been hearing about side hustle, hearing about Plan B, this one and the other one. So how do you really turn those kind of things to a business? So we're going to look at them. We're going to look at how you are going to really start. So it is important. Please, I said this before, tag anybody, share it, let each and everyone that you know is an employee, that you don't want that person to be stranded at the end of their employment, to really get this video, because it's going to really help them. Throughout this month of July, I'll be discussing about how you can start a business and run the business and make the business profitable while you are an employee working in another person's business. Okay, we are going to be looking at also conflict of interest. How do you avoid conflict of interest? How do you handle issues relating to conflict of interest? Already we talked about how to raise capital for business, so we are going to actually be specific. How do you raise capital while you are working in another person's business as an employee? We are working in an organization. How do you raise capital to start your business? These are some of the things we are going to look at. How do you register the business? If you are an employee working in an organization, how do you register your business if you want to start your business? These are some of the things we are going to look at. We will equally look at how do you handle your colleagues. It's a common saying that the only person or the only people that will really want you to be more successful than them in life are your parents. Most of the time, if you start a business and you are doing well in that business, one of the biggest challenges you will have in that your business is your colleagues, because some of them will become jealous of you. Some of them will want to pull you down in that your business. So how are you going to handle them when they come? So these are some of the things we are going to look at. Now, How do you handle the pressure that comes from shuttling in between your business and your employment? Because you are not expected to compromise. You are not expected to pay little attention to your job. Your job is still paying your salary, so you are expected to still perform at your optimum and still put an eye in your business. So how do you shuttle between the two? I'm not going to deceive you. It's not an easy task, and it's not going to be. So personally, to me, when I started Blessed Trust, I was still working very hard as an employee in the bank. I did not compromise my loyalty to my job, and it was a very daunting task. For so many days, I would keep awake, working throughout the night at my job, at my business, and then throughout the day at my job. Sometimes I shuttle between my job and my business throughout the night. So these are some of the things we are going to look at. Now, how do you handle issues of employment? Because if you have to really start a business while you are working at a job, it means that you have to find a way to replicate yourself, either by employing somebody else, or maybe getting somebody from within the family, or maybe your own spouse, just in case you are a wife or whoever is your spouse is not working, and maybe you have to engage her or him, as the case may be. Or if such person is working and you don't want that person to quit that job at that time, how do you engage another person, to represent you in that business? Because, like I said earlier, the best time you can start a business is the time that you are working for somebody else. That is the best time, not the time you don't have a job, you are under pressure to put food on the table, you are under pressure to take care of the house rent and so many other things, and then you start a business. Such business will eventually collapse. So the best time you need to start a business that is going to endure, that is going to last, that is going to really move forward, is when you are not under pressure, when you are already acquiring knowledge, acquiring experience, you're already making savings from a job. So that is the best time to really start a business. And as you are equally doing that job, you are running that business simultaneously, that eventually time shall come when you will know that it is time for you to quit that job and face that business. So how do you know that it is time to quit the job and face the business? These are some of the things we are going to be talking about this month of July. So it's going to be a very interesting month. So I want everybody that is an employee to pay attention, to come and listen. Take your pen, take your paper, because we're actually in a school. It's a very interesting training that you need to take notes of certain important points. Okay, and I will really give you a lot of personal experiences that I had when I needed to transition between from an employee to an entrepreneur. So I need to let you know some of the key signs that you will see, that you will need to know what to do at one point or the other. So these are some of the important things I'm going to let you know. So you need to be prepared ahead of time. Okay. So we are equally going to look at how you are going to find mentors, people who are going to help you, because you need a lot of people that have passed through that kind of experience to guide you. In terms of experiences relating to the kind of business you want to start, experiences relating to how you need to tackle some of the challenges you will meet in your workplace, because you definitely meet those challenges in the workplace. So long as you want to transition from the role of an employee to an entrepreneur, you are going to see those challenges. So you need to know how to tackle them. This month is going to be really, really very interesting, because this is just the topic that we are going to be handling from the beginning of the month to the last day of the month of July. Whenever we come live, we're going to bring also very topical issues to discuss. For those that want to ask questions, we're going to look at it very, very well. Now, I want to let you know that there are so many people that have left their place of work as employees, and they have been struggling to start one business or the other, but it has not been easy for them. The reason is because they are struggling to start those businesses while they are already under pressure. So if you are an employee at this point, please note that this is the best time for you to start thinking of a business and eventually start a business and begin to run it from the sidelines until you are ready to actually transition fully from an employee to entrepreneur. So please take note of that. And remember, I already propounded a philosophy that says that it is not good for you to wait until you retire before you leave your job. The best time to leave your job is when you are still strong, when you are still, you still have the time, you still have a lot of experience and knowledge, to put into your business. You are fresh, with a lot of ideas. You have that push, the zeal. You have the youthful energy to move forward with your dream. That's the best time to leave a job. It's not when you are already tired, when you are already weak, when you are perhaps sick after spending many years, in unemployment. Then you eventually retire and you are thinking of starting a business. Such a business will not endure. Such a business will not prosper. So the best time to really start that business is when you are still young, with a lot of ideas bustling in your head. Check out so many of the entrepreneurs that became successful. Apart from a few exceptions, most of those that became successful started where their jobs, they had to quit their jobs to start their business. So that is what you should have at the back of your mind. I don't want this video to be very long. I just want to use it as an intro to what we're going to be talking about this month of July. We're going to be talking about how to start your business while you are working as an employee in an organization. The best way to do it. So many people do it very wrongly. So many people make mistakes and it backfires. So you are going to think of how to do it and gain maximum benefits. We are going to think of a way to do it so that your employer will not lose. You will not mess up the business of your employer. And at the same time, you are not going to mess up your business that you are trying to start. So we are going to look at how you are going to really manage the situation and gain maximum results, optimum results, so to say. Wow. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at this very month of July. I want to address especially people that are employees. These are the people I'm going to address. Employees that have not stayed up to 20 years. If you have stayed up to 20 years, then you should know that you ought to have left your job. You ought to have started a business, and you ought to have started running your business. I'm very, very straightforward. I'm very, very blunt, about this. If you have worked in a job more than 20 years, you are already endangered. You're already endangered, please. So if you have not worked up to 20 years, please don't allow yourself to be caught in between the web. Just start thinking of one business or the other to start and to run. So I'm specifically addressing people that are not yet up to 20 years in their job. Then I'm equally addressing people that are between 20 to 40 years in age. So if you are above 40, maybe you are approaching 50, and you are still working as an employee in a job, particularly if you are not a top executive in that job, even if you are a top executive, you are still endangered, because if you lose that job suddenly, you have a lot of problems. I'm equally talking to those of you that are living abroad. because living abroad is not an excuse not to start a business. If you are living abroad and you think that the job you are doing abroad, that you are secured, you are completely covered, I think you are just deceiving yourself, because the best thing for you to do is to start a business anywhere you are. And in this series also, I will equally point out in one of the highlights that the best place to start a business is where there are too many challenges, where there are too many problems to solve. And one of such places is Africa, especially Nigeria. So if you are an entrepreneur that is in Nigeria doing business, you are more likely to succeed than somebody who is in America or in UK. The reason is because entrepreneurs succeed by solving problems. You know, there are more problems to solve in Nigeria than in UK. So that is just for the information of those that think they are living abroad. So I would really expand this topic as we go deeper in this July, this month of July. So just have it at the back of your mind that what we are going to be talking about, discussing in full the whole of this month of July, is how to start your own business while you still work as an employee in another organization. We are going to talk about side hustle, how you are going to handle your side hustle, you know, how you are going to let it grow from the sidelines, how you are going to, you know, watch it as it is growing, manage it from the sidelines, and then how you are going to eventually make the switch. We're going to look at some signs that will show you that it is time to quit your job. We're going to look at some signs that will show you that your business is ready for you to make the vital switch. So we're going to really look at a lot of things. We're going to look at how you are going to you know, gain the inspiration that will keep you moving as you are trying to make the switch, because it's not going to be easy. It's really very difficult. It's really a difficult process, but it's really a very important process. We're going to look at how you will maintain that balance, how you maintain that balance that you require to have, you know, while you are trying to make the switch. Okay, so that will be that for this month. From the beginning of this month to the last day of this month, we are going to be talking about this just one topic: how you are going to start your own business while working as an employee in another organization. Oh wow, so that's that. I don't want this video to be too long, so I will stop it here. I want to thank those of you that have been sharing my videos. You know, we started this training series in June. So many of you have become my fans, you know, on my page. So many of you have become my top fans. So I really appreciate all of you. Please continue to share the video. Please continue to share it. Not just share it, but equally, you know, take time to watch the video to take a look at all the things we are talking about here, and then take good note of them. Okay, because it's really going to help you. Remember, my objective is to open the eyes of some people, because I noticed that so many people become stranded when they leave their workplaces, when they lose their job, and they keep on struggling from one business to the other, keep on struggling from one job to the other at a very advanced age, and eventually they lose it all. So I want to start catching them young, start trying to inspire young people, you know, to enter into business and give them ideas, give them the knowledge, the required information to do it and do it right. So that is my sole objective. And if I am able to get one or two people or several people, you know, that listen to the information I'm passing across and actually apply it and get results, I will really be very, very satisfied and fulfilled. So please share the videos, make sure that they get to the people that it's supposed to get to. And at the end, every one of us will be happy at the end of the day. Okay, so I would like to end this video here. I don't want to be longer than it is right away. So tomorrow I will start off officially with the first topic on the series. The highlight of tomorrow is majorly how to start a business as an employee that is working in an organization. So that's we're going to look at how to start, so please, the topic of tomorrow will be very, very inciting. It will be very, very interesting. So please, as an employee or somebody that know who one employee or the other, please forward the videos, tag them, make sure that they get to listen to it. Thank you so much, and let me stop so far. Bye bye.